Looking Back to See Forward at Cuyu, Cabral Gold by Newton on April 20th, 2018. Are you excited about the updated resource estimate coming soon from Cabral Gold? There's quite a bit of information to consider for careful analysts who are willing to roll up their sleeves and calibrate their expectations as to what would constitute beating the street. Read on for some of my thoughts on relevant information from Cabral and Eldorado Gold. To start off, consider this map from Cabral Gold released in December 2017. Which holes were included in the prior resource? Which stand to be used in the updated estimate? The yellow dots mark holes already included in the estimates for Central and Moreira Gomez. They seem to do a good job defining the heart of those two deposits. The red and black dots are generally on the fringes of the clusters of yellow dots, which means the update stands to expand the resource significantly along strike. I wouldn't expect a large shift in ounces from inferred to indicated categories based on the update, but I do expect significant growth in the total geological resource at Cuyu. Cabral currently has combined indicated resources of 0.1 million ounces of gold and combined inferred resources of 1.2 million ounces for Central and Moreira Gomez, which was based on 25,900 meters of drilling. A further 22,000 meters was drilled following the resource calculation and may be included in the update. Will doubling meters included double the estimated gold in situ? For a comparison, look to Eldorado Gold's Tocantinzinho project. There's a 2011 resource estimate here that is full of good info, such as this info on the amount of drilling at TZ. Quote, diamond drill holes are the principal source of geological and grade data for the Tocantinzinho project. Drilling at Tocantinzinho has been carried out in 9 phases. 5 phases of drilling were conducted by Brazauro between 2004 and 2008, and 4 additional phases were drilled by Eldorado between 2008 and 2010. A total of 46,900 meters in 167 drill holes were drilled for resource definition purposes. The resource at TZ has 2.4 million ounces measured and indicated, and 0.1 million ounces inferred. Is there a simple statistical relationship between drilling and resource size? TZ resource has 46,900 meters across 167 holes. Cuyu initial resource had 25,900 meters across 104 holes, and the update has 22,000 meters in 72 holes. If you squint, the similarities are striking. Both TZ and Cuyu have around 47,000 meters across 170 holes. That's great because it puts the difference between the two projects into clear focus. How were they drilled? What's the geology like? Closest thing I've encountered to a natural experiment in the exploration industry. After all the drilling, TZ has a 2.5 million ounce total resource across all categories. After half the drilling, Cuyu has 1.3 million ounces total resource across all the categories. Isn't that just perfect? Some might say that TZ is the better deposit because the ounces are in higher categories, but I'd say exactly the opposite. The fact that TZ is already into measured and indicated means that the exploration work on that deposit is largely complete, whereas Cuyu still has geological upside. It will take more drilling to upgrade the ounces at Cuyu into measured and indicated, but I would expect the total geological resource to increase as they do so. The intricacies of geological modeling is above my pay grade, but I speculated on what I believe could happen at Cuyu before, and have to back it up with some further explanation. I'm glad that Cabral hasn't published the resource yet, as it's given me some time to do this work and share my thoughts publicly. Please note that I have not discussed any of this with the company yet, but will be keen to do so with additional interviews when possible. Let's turn to a few relevant images to bring our feet back to the ground. This map shows all the drill hole locations, artisanal workings, and hotspots on soil surveys at Cuyu. It gives me confidence that the holes were collared in good areas. It's not like a couple dozen of the old holes were completely wasted. You can go into greater detail with information from old news releases and resource estimates to check assays for holes that weren't included in the initial resource, but that largely replicates the work that consultants are going through now. Please do let me know if you have any traction piecing things together there, as I believe there is sufficient information out there on CDAR to get a bit of an edge. I will be waiting patiently in the meantime. There's no shortage of things to do while we wait. For example, look closely at this map from the 2011 report on TZ by Eldorado. The map shows soil samples and the TZ deposit. If you compare it with the map from Kuyu, then you will see several important differences. For one, the TZ soils are not as hot as Kuyu. Just look at the order of magnitude for the gradients. The hotspots on the TZ soils shown are greater than 200 ppb, whereas Kuyu is greater than 40 ppm. That is a difference of 200 times in the concentrations of gold in soils. 40 ppm is 40 grams per ton. Am I reading that right? See it for yourself here. For another, the size of the soil anomaly at Kuyu is greater than TZ. If you've read my past interviews with Dr. Alan Carter, CEO of Cabral Gold, then you knew that already. But it is really striking when you look at the two maps up against each other. The plan view and soils are good, but we really need to see how the holes were drilled. These next maps show the traces of drilling at TZ and Kuyu are helpful in that regard. You can see from the trace map of TZ that they sure put a lot of holes into it. The southeastern corner of Central at Kuyu had a bunch of holes too, but the other targets have much less drilling, hence my suggestion for greater geological upside at Kuyu. Check out these 3D images of drilling at Central and Moreira Gomez for even greater insight into what I'm talking about here. And in passing, note that drill core from the two projects is similar looking. One final piece of information to consider from TZ is a cross-section of the deposit with a pit plan. I'm sure pleased to see all the red blocks with plus 2 gram per ton gold over 2 meter benches, but it is a fairly big pit going down 350 meters, and that just makes me all the more excited about the high grade Cabral has seen across Kuyu at surface. With significant cash in the bank and a certain buzz in the air, I'd encourage you to visit the Cabral Gold website. Make sure you've signed up for email updates. Take some time to look around the site too. As Winston Churchill said, the farther back you can look, the farther forward you are likely to see. This is not investment advice. I was compensated to prepare and distribute this article.